You're listening to the Reluctant Adult Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, follow us on social media and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the way.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million.
This week from the internet, Hasbro hopes Ghostbuster fans like collecting spores, fungus, and Neutrona Wand molds as the toy maker gears up for the classic '84 version. Plus, WWE fans eager to see Cody Rhodes finish his story at WrestleMania are suddenly wishing they saw Black Adam in theaters. And Rubber Ducky, you're the one. Tubbz makes collecting cosplaying ducks lots of fun. I'm not fat, I'm big boned. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Don't you be a dummy! Buckle your safety belt! Think, Billy. It's morphin' time!
Ooh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who wants you to like, share, and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Bill!
Hi, everyone. I would greatly appreciate that. I really would.
You know, we've hit sort of a plateau in terms of downloads of the actual podcast, and it's a fine number. The thing with podcast is, unless somebody specifically comes out and says this is how many people download our show, there's really no way to know. That's not like a shared statistic. Like on YouTube, you can go and they have like the number, so you can be like, oh, this video got like 50,000 views. Like that's it lets you like in your mind you'd be like, well, this is something that's attainable or not. With podcasts, we don't really know. Like how many, like if this is our download number is a good number. It's good for us, that seems like a lot of people listening to us every week. But if we could improve that number, I think we should try. Like everyone that's listening probably has a friend that also collects toys. So maybe you could go to your friend and be like, hey, you like toys? You have ears, you have the internet. Why don't you give these guys a listen? See if you can go out there and make some new fans for us.
I mean, as we shared last week, you and I want to do this until we die.
Well, we don't want to
die next. We don't want to die next week. But
it's just, if we ever hit 0, it's like it's like in a video game, your life level. As the viewers go down, our life slowly drains away. Even if nobody's listening, if we have one person listening, we'll do it. But it would be great. It would be great if there were twice as many people listening. Sure. I think that's attainable. I don't see any reason why. There's more fans. We know, and like, again, using YouTube metrics as a barometer is not really fair because it's easier to watch a YouTube video than it is to listen to a podcast. It just is. I mean, obviously, more people watch YouTube videos, and podcasts are long. You maybe listen for 5 minutes, you're not going to get as much out of it. Right. This is all to say, we love our fans. We just wish there were more.
We do.
We have so much love to go around. We just want to
multiply like a gremlin, fans.
Please
multiply.
Please
eat after midnight.
Eat. That's our tagline this week.
Spill some water on yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever you need.
No, we don't need you to become a gremlin. Stay cute, Mogwai. No. Just multiply.
Right. Well, they have the water on them then.
I would love to see a movie where they really test the 3 rules and have a drop of water just keep dropping on the same Mogwai and see if it at some point it stops replicating or it's almost like inbreeding at a point, like the Mogwai get real dumb after a few generations. I'd like someone to go down that road. I just think that's interesting.
Some more Mogwai science.
Mm-hmm. So speaking about movies that came out in 1984, that did, right? Didn't it come out the same day as Ghostbusters?
Did it?
I remember reading that, and I'm like, how is this possible? The two of the greatest movies of all time. So maybe that's not true, but let's say it is. Speaking of the other movie that came out in 1984 that we love, Ghostbusters, Hasbro announced this week, barely, there was no pomp and circumstance.
No fanfare with this one.
Nothing surrounding this drop. It seems like a big deal. It's already sold out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's available elsewhere.
Oh, is it? That's silly.
The Neutrona Wand based on the 84 movie. So,
the one we all
Ghostbuster
wanted.
fans, this is what we wanted from the beginning.
Right.
Originally, in conjunction with Afterlife, Hasbro put out the Spangler Neutrona Wand that looks like the one in Afterlife. It has the green like wrapping tape around it, the handle,
right.
the wooden grip that was not present in that original 84 version. So Hasbro took that mold, they just took off the bibs and bobs that were new, and they're releasing it as the 84 Neutrona Wand on Hasbro Pulse. And as I look at it today, it is sold out. Now, I don't know if they're going to get more. I don't know if they are sending this to like Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. That's what they did with the original one. But with the original one, we didn't know for sure that they were going to do a proton pack, because the proton pack ended up being a HasLab, and that was a big to-do. So, do we think that there will be an 84 proton pack HasLab to go along with the 84 Neutrona Wand?
I'm going to have to say yes, 100%.
I think 100%,
especially given you're saying that this is already sold out on Hasbro Pulse, which doesn't measure towards anything, because something could be on Hasbro Pulse for a minute and it's gone.
Yeah, it's the same with podcasts. We don't know how many there were. There's no way to know.
Right. So I think I remember I got the Spangler Wand. You sent me a link through Entertainment Earth.
Yeah, way back
through a non-mint package, and I think I got it for $50.
Well, that's because back before they announced the proton pack, the wand wasn't really selling like so well.
No,
like
it
was sticking around. It definitely didn't pre-sell out, and it was hanging around. The second they announced the proton pack, which did not come with its own wand, the wand was sold separately. The market exploded for this. Like, they were immediately gone. And then when they did run it again, produce more, they added the orange tip, which is present in this 84 version. So there's no way to get this 84 version without the orange tip on there, which is so annoying. It's the most annoying thing. I mean, obviously you can just paint it. Well, I don't know if people make you can replace it. I think most people are just painting it silver, but I hate that so much that you have to customize, mess up your original toy to have it look the way you want it to look.
Right.
You didn't know it sold out. Did you pre-order it?
No, I didn't.
No,
it
was quick. It was like a day. I think it showed up on Friday, and this is Saturday, and it's gone.
I think I've moved through all of my pre-orders through Hasbro Pulse. I don't think I have anything in limbo right now.
You didn't get the trap?
I did not get the trap. Nope.
Oh, okay. Well,
I have a trap. I have one.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it. And also,
That's
I think
the thing.
It's not going to be like double the price on the secondary market.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
I don't cosplay as a Ghostbuster anymore like I had, so now it's just like a prop to hang around the house.
Sure.
So I don't need all the bells and whistles to go out and impress all the normies and say, hey, look what this can do. No, I just need something to enjoy, and I have.
Would like to send us one to review.
Yeah.
We would gladly accept that. You can email us at thereluctantadultpodcast@gmail.com. Happy to do it.
Appreciate
Happy to do it. Have you seen what we've done for Bluey sales? We've skyrocketed. They're sold out everywhere. We mentioned it
so much so
for 10 seconds. Bluey sold out.
10 seconds we mentioned it, and they're already rebranding a home improvement store in Australia.
Yeah, that's crazy.
After an episode.
We'll get more into that a little bit later when we find out what's newy with Bluey. A brand new segment on the show. Lots of new segments. We're trying out something this week where we're going to have branded segments, because I just thought of all these little things. So we'll get into that a little bit. So that was the top story of the week, 84 Ghostbuster Neutrona Wand. Now, so much to talk about. Let's do a fun little story here. I walked into Five Below yesterday, and I always like to go into Five Below because you never know what they're going to have. Back in the day, it used to be things that now would show up at Ollie's, like things that were in Target that didn't sell. The extra product show up at Five Below for $5. That's the thing. You walk in there. I mean, now it's a little different. Now everything starts at $5, and then maybe there's 20. Maybe it's 20. Like it's not the same it used to be, but they still have good stuff. Sometimes
and you have companies specifically making things for Five Below.
So that's what's new. Thing. They have companies making Five Below versions of things. Funko does their mystery minis, but they're not a mystery because you can see through the box, which I love. That's how I got the Ninja Turtles. I got the full set that way. I only saw them once. You can always find April and Splinter, but I only saw the Turtles once, and I grabbed them.
Oh.
So I walk into Five Below yesterday, and I see Tubbz, the cosplaying duck. Are you familiar with these?
The cosplaying ducks have been around for a number of years.
Yeah.
I feel like even before Pops were a big thing, that rubber ducks, in the vein of something pop culture-ish, were around. In a small degree. But yeah, I'm aware of them.
Yeah, rubber ducks in general have been around for as long as...
sure.
You know, you think of Ernie from Sesame Street playing with rubber ducky. But we'll talk about Sesame Street a little later, too, as well. But I think these Tubbz are awesome. They have so many properties, Jurassic Park, Power Rangers, Turtles. If you look at them, you can go to the website. The design, the sculpt is so intricate. And it could be as easy as just painting them the colors of the characters, but no, they pose them. They have the turtles holding their weapons. Donatello's holding the shell comm. Like, they are so intricate. I will go out on a limb and say that the designs for Tubbz are better than the designs for Funko Pops. They are so good. I just think they're great, but they're expensive. I mean, it's a niche item, so relatively speaking, it's not expensive. It's $20 per duck usually, but like for a rubber duck, in my mind, it's like, well, I don't want to pay $20 for a rubber duck, and if it's like a set of 4 like Turtles or a set of 5 like Power Rangers, like that, it adds up quickly. Walking to Five Below, mini Tubbz, $5, and they had Stay Puft Marshmallow Man cosplaying duck. And I think this is beautiful. They had a couple other sets. They had the Grinch. They had one of the Minions from Despicable Me. They had who else? Sonic.
It's Sonic.
We've talked about Sonic Potato Head. Sonic translates terribly into any other form. It just does not look right. They tried to put that like olive nose on the top of the bill. It just does not. It doesn't work. Stop trying to make Sonic work.
That was nice.
Oh, Bruce the Shark was great. Yeah.
Yes.
They actually make a jumbo size version of Bruce the Shark.
Oh.
And it's very detailed. Again, just go check these out. I think these are amazing.
Tubbz I like the Grinch. The Grinch was nice.
I think they're all really good. This is what I'm trying to say. They could cheap out and just do like a very plain design, but they don't. They put like extra effort into the sculpt, and I really appreciate that. So go follow Tubbz on social media. They don't have like a ton of followers, which is really surprising to me. I saw that they gave a golden Ducky award to Laura Legends at one point, if you scroll all the way through their Instagram. So, hey, if Laura Legends likes it, it's got to be good, right?
Right.
The
Canadian seal of approval. Yeah.
Canadian seal of approval, absolutely. So I mentioned Funko Pops, and we like to go to Goodwill to see what pops up as far as toys. It's just, you never know. There's no way to know.
You don't.
It's the most random thing you can do in terms of toy collecting. So I went in yesterday. I hit a lot of stores yesterday. I went in yesterday. I did my usual loop around that one section, and I saw a Funko Pop box, which is not unusual. You see these donated from time to time, and usually like they're not like cheap enough that it's worth it, or like the condition of the box is not worth it.
It's still like $5, which is like. That's territory.
If you're lucky, I feel like they're more. I feel like the ones I've seen are more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like not worth it.
It's like $5. Yeah,
I think it was like $6.99. The one I was looking at.
Goodwill. Now here's the thing about Goodwill. Their minimum to sell is $2.99.
Oh, they have a minimum. I didn't know that.
They cannot go below that. That was told to me by an associate. That is information. That is
insider info. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So I see this pop, I take a look at it, and I notice the name is Elijah. And I'm like running through my Rolodex in my head. I'm like, Elijah Wood? Elijah, like, is that a biblical name? Like, who is this? I take a closer look at it. The hair is a separate piece, and it's like coming off. So it looks like he has like 5 heads. It's a lot of head there. And then I realize this is one of those custom go pop yourself figures. So somebody went through the trouble of either going through the website or back when you had to visit Funko headquarters in Seattle or wherever else, California. And then he's like, I don't need this anymore. He just gave
I'm thinking about it. Maybe he didn't need it. Maybe he did, but the girlfriend or significant other that he gave it to was like, I ain't with this guy anymore. Get out of here, Elijah.
You think Elijah gave a pop of himself as a gift to somebody else?
You and your 5 head? Yeah, I think so.
That's a terrible gift. I could see giving a pop of someone else to them, but a pop of yourself as a gift? Know. That's I need to meet this Elijah guy if that's how he thinks. Oh my God.
I'm always here with you. It's like a little
I'm always here with you with my removable hair. So that's the other thing about it. I don't know if this is still the way they do it, and maybe it's not. That's what makes me think this was back when they did it at the
store,
like the home base, and they just had to have the different part because the hair is a separate piece, and you can see an indent in the hairpiece and the skull where it clicks in.
Yes.
And it looks terrible. It looks awful. It doesn't look like a Funko Pop. It looks like a fake Funko Pop.
Looks like Elijah.
So, it looks like Elijah. So hopefully, if you order that from the website now, it's like a whole mold. Like they have the whole head and hair as one piece. But maybe not.
They're
I
really
don't know.
pushing it on social media. They really are. They've got
Pop the Valentine's Day one.
Yep, that's coming through. I can't even imagine. Can you even get that in now?
For Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But you guys still got a couple of weeks, right? 11 days? It could happen.
11 days, it could.
11 days and counting. So, if you've ever given yourself as a pop to another person, please let us know. I would love to hear how that went, because that never even crossed my mind that could be a thing. That's really funny.
That's how we all think.
Bill, you ordered the Masters of the Universe Eternia playset from Mattel Creations, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Did you get your shipping notification?
Not yet.
No? Okay. Well, people have been getting their shipping notification, and somebody, I think it's Preternia on Twitter, already got the box, and this thing is friggin' huge.
Oh,
it is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's what she said.
I'm scared.
And I know. Well, okay. So somebody
I'm scared.
In one of the Facebook groups posted that they got the pre-order, or they got the shipping notice, and that they were concerned. And I said, well, didn't you have to prepay for this when you made the order?
Right.
And I was like, what are you worried about? And then I posted that, like, well, now he didn't think about where he was going to hide it from his girlfriend or wife. Is that your concern now when the box shows up? Like, how do I break the news?
I mean, I just better come on a day where I'm here and the wife's not, or vice versa, you know?
You can intercept it.
Yeah, I've never had any luck with a single HasLab or anything else that's at a large scale where it comes directly to me. She sees them first. I think when I got the sail barge, we were driving home and the delivery person was literally putting it on our front step, and my wife was like, "What is that?" Because that was person sized. That was like,
yeah,
that box is huge. Man,
what are you gonna do with that? Do you have any
of
those
know.
Toys open?
The Origins?
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the good thing. Here's my rationale behind that set. I don't have the original Eternia set. It's extremely rare, difficult to find. So this, like a lot of the Origins that I did collect, supplement that original line. So I'm using it as that.
That's fine. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Modi comes in his own separate box.
He does.
Which I think is a nice touch, a very nice touch. I don't know if it mentions Modi on the box, like if they slip that into his bio or anything.
Oh, sure.
You would hope so. I feel like Modi he put in a lot of legwork to get this thing.
He did.
funded.
I think he ran the whole campaign.
He was a big part of it. Yeah,
he was.
Well, speaking of campaigns and running campaigns, we made a new friend this week, a new friend in the toy world. We talked about Mondo's Orko figure last week, and we posted those videos. And I tagged Mondo News on TikTok and Instagram, and they responded. But not only did they respond, they actually went and listened to our podcast and used that audio to make a separate video on their account.
Wonderful.
It's like, that's like, man. So, you know, we were saying like this social media manager did such a great job debuting that Orko figure. And we're like, give that guy a raise. Well, turns out it is not a guy. Her name is Alex. So Alex, good job. Not only original, but then like going the extra mile to use our audio. Like, you don't see this sort of effort from social media managers very often. Like this, I mean, like, that's got to be resume material right there. Like the quickness of the turnaround, while it's topical, like just good work all around. So we're excited to make new friends in the toy world, especially people that may have access to samples. And if you would like to send us any free He-Man, what else does Mondo make? Those X-Men we were talking about. I love X-Men.
Yes.
We will be happy to spotlight that anytime here on the Reluctant Adult, critically acclaimed Reluctant Adult podcast. Just send us a message. You know how to contact us.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex. We love free stuff. I don't know if we have made that clear. We're on a bit of a roll in terms of free stuff. I'd like to keep that ball rolling. In fact, that leads very well into this next segment where I think for the next 12 months or so, we are going to transition our show into a theme park podcast, because it was announced this week the 5 lands that make up Universal's epic universe: Harry Potter, something else, and then Universal Monsters.
Right.
So I would love to go to that. I do not want to pay or be there. Mario. I do not want to be there amongst
How to Train Your Dragon
plebeians. I just want to go during a press day. I would love to be invited as press. I want to get the little toys in the mail. Did you see the influencer gift that Universal sent out to all the Universal fan sites?
Like a tower.
It's like a tower.
I forgot its
little
name.
Coins.
You have to.
And they're gonna get a new
coins.
coin every month or so. Like I want that.
It's not going to open until like 20. It's like a countdown to the opening.
Sometime in 2025. Yeah.
Right.
So we got a full calendar year.
It's like collecting presidential quarters.
Yes. Do you remember when you have to go to the gas station to do that? Oh, no, it wasn't quarters. It was like fake gold coins, and they had the big map that you put them on.
I remember that.
Was that it was like mobile, or was like a specific gas station that did that?
It was something, yeah. Oh my gosh.
I have that burned in my memory, but I don't know the
I remember
details.
going to those. Dang.
Yeah.
That is.
We're gonna look that up on eBay afterwards and see.
Yeah, man, I remember that.
I would go to Bobby's house and we would play real Ghostbusters in his basement, and then we would have the gold coins for somehow. Those two memories are linked.
I think we were traveling down to visit my grandparents in Virginia at one point, and we were stopping by just gas stations, looking to complete those.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that back, but with our faces. Oh, you imagine if they did like the next wave? I don't know if did they do up to current presidents? Like they worked their way backwards, or did it start with Washington?
I don't know.
I feel like they started with present day and worked their way backwards. It's like, man, like that promotion would get real divided now.
Yeah.
They could not do that anymore. They'd be like burning down the gas stations. Oh, we're up to Obama. Burn it down. Oh my God. People are mad enough about the left and right Twix. No one was actually mad about that. But that video did well the first time. So, in summation, Universal, send us. We're pressed now. We're talking about Universal every week a little bit,
just a tad.
Fuck you, Disney. We're all about Universal here. Actually, while we're talking about giveaways in Universal, my best story about getting some swag from Universal was when I worked at the news station, the news people would get stuff. They would get the swag because they would go and they would cover the opening of Halloween Horror Nights. So one of the things that they got was a branding iron in a wooden box with a bloody burlap sack wrapped around it. And it just said Halloween Horror Nights. And then the news anchor did not want it. And she's like, do you want this? I was like, yes, I do. So I had that for a long time. And I thought that was the coolest thing.
It's a weird promotion to give to a news anchor. Here's the bloody
it's Halloween Horror Nights. That's the whole thing.
I
it's
get
creepy.
that. Yeah.
It's creepy. And then I sold it on eBay. Don't tell Sion. Shh, don't tell her.
I won't. Not a word.
She's in Texas now. She won't see this. Oh, I guess the internet. They have the internet everywhere. I forgot we're not doing cable access anymore. Damn it. We like to, we don't have any problem promoting other podcasts on this podcast. I listen to Adventures in Collecting. We've had those guys on our show, or we were on their show, some form of that. They had the VP of marketing for Jada Toys on their show recently, and I thought that was a very interesting interview because I didn't really know the history of Jada Toys, but they started out doing die-cast cars, and those still exist. And then they're like, we want to do toys. We want to do action figures. But they're like, whoever owned them at the time was like, eh. But then he sold them to this other company that's like an umbrella company that owns lots of different companies. And they were like, yeah, go for it. So they were like, great. So they had to just strike out and find some company that would allow them to make toys of their IP. And that's why the first toys from Jada were those Universal monsters and then the cereal mascots, because that's all they could get. They had to like prove themselves. So if you thought that was a weird like first line of toys, yeah, it was weird because people weren't banging down their door to give them their properties. They had to prove themselves, and they did. They made good toys, and that's how they got the Street Fighter license. They have Mega Man. So, we've talked about how we really like their stuff. We could see them, we talked about Super 7 and Disney having a falling out. Maybe.
The Simpsons.
That's right. Maybe you could do this. I put that on their Facebook or in their Instagram. Like, please do The Simpsons. I think you could do a really good job doing the smaller scale that matches with World of Springfield. I think that's what people wanted from the start. So I just thought that was really interesting to hear that side of starting a toy company, and like, we could do it, but nobody wants to give us their properties, so we have to wait. And they did, and now they're off and running. They're people love their Street Fighter stuff, and it's inexpensive too. That's like part of their formula. Not only are the toys good, but they're not super expensive, which I think is so important to keep that in mind.
That's very good.
NECA teased this Turtles, I guess it's the laboratory diorama.
Yes, they did.
It was like a white robot arm or something.
Right.
So I guess they're still moving forward with the other sewer diorama pieces, I guess.
And that first set must have sold well enough. Was received well enough. And I think it's always been their intention. And NECA's not a huge toy company, and they have the ability to make small batches of things through their manufacturers, I'd imagine.
I guess as long as they're not losing money.
Right.
Because they want, they put in the money to fabricate these other pieces. They have at least 3 in total for the sewer diorama. The kitchen, we know, and then Donatello's laboratory, which this seems like this is what it is. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I thought I heard that this one was going to be even more expensive than the living room. So, because it has like more stuff. It's not just like the open space.
Okay.
So we will see. We'll see how that goes. Maybe that will also inspire people to go back and want to pick up that first set, because they're like, well, wait a minute. I can't just get the one. Like, I'm going to need this other one. I also wonder if NECA would ever rerun that first one. I wonder that. I mean, they've done that a lot with their stuff.
Oh,
they haven't done it yet. Yeah. They haven't done it yet with like the Turtle Van, even though they made improvements to the design after pre-orders ended. I always thought they would open it again because it's like, oh, we fixed the hump. It's like, maybe you want this now. But it's like, you didn't want me. You didn't want me when I was humpy. You don't get me when I'm a smaller hump. You don't get it. You have to pay extra money or go get the Super 7 one. You don't love me.
No, you don't love my hump.
If you don't love my lovely turtle humps, then damn you to hell.
Oh, you mentioned turtles. How about these turtles?
Oh my God, you got them. They're so squishy.
Oh, I love this one.
Gujitsu.
Gujitsu has taken over my house.
I love them. This is Moose, right?
God. This is Moose.
Yeah, we're going to get into Moose a little bit later, but yeah.
Which is all my kids will say whenever they look at a toy company because they notice the logo and they notice the name and they're like, this is made by Moose.
Made by Moose. Yeah, you know it's good
like
quality.
Treasure X, Bluey, Gujitsu. It's all in the house.
Oh, they do
now.
Treasure X too? They're doing Turtles of that too. So they must have, I mean, they clearly got the Turtles license. Are we going to see Turtles versus Bluey?
Oh.
Could that happen?
So my wife was out with the kid yesterday and she was like, he wants this. And I was like, I want this.
Yeah, I want this.
Find these for me.
Gotta get to
So she's like, well, he actually wants this. And she showed me a picture of some Batman stuff. And I was like, wait till that goes on clearance. He has a Batmobile. It's fine.
Yeah.
So then she didn't say whether or not he ended up getting a different Gujitsu. He got Tyro, which is a great Gujitsu. So I mean, if Moose wants to send more Gujitsu to me, that's wonderful. The kids will enjoy it.
I'd like some Mikado if you're giving out free stuff. I would enjoy that.
Sure. Have you seen that exclusive pack that they've done?
The 40th anniversary set?
Is it at
with
Target?
the Turtles?
Yeah. Turtles and Shredder.
The cartoon colors. I love it.
Yeah.
I
nice.
need two because I want one just to keep in the box forever.
I saw that one today.
Yeah, I love it.
So these Raph and Leo are out, and
nice.
I don't know. I
They're
can't
fun.
get enough of Leo. Leo's got like, I don't know if he's filled or if it's just the texture of the body.
Yeah.
But it's just something very like satisfying about it.
Yeah, it's like a fidget toy in addition to
It definitely is. No, it is, but there's just something like
it's great.
A lot of fun just with the texture of this one. It's like pulling taffy.
It is. I've been talking about Gujitsu since the first series. Like that tiger, I was like, these are great. The thing with Gujitsu is the original ones had paint applications on them. But they quickly realized that those, as you stretch them, the paint would flake off and go away.
Sure.
So they were very smart, and now all of the he's, obviously molded in one color. So anything that's not that color is a separate piece. So you can see on the turtle, his shell is a separate piece, and his body sort of slips in there like an actual turtle would. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So now you don't have to worry about like the paint flaking off. It's not going to happen. So I love these. I've always loved these. I'm glad they've continued to stick around and do well, and now they're getting all these. And there's like a Marshmallow Man for Ghostbusters. I need to get that.
There
one.
is. I've got to pick him up. Yes. Yeah. So this is hitting Walmart's right now. So go check it out if you can.
Go check it out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go Ninja. While we're talking about Moose, let's keep this train rolling. So last week we teased that Moose was kind enough to send us some new Bluey toys to take a look at, to share with our kids, because we love Bluey, especially Bill and his kids. They love Bluey so much.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. What did we get? What do we got going on for Bluey?
Should we start with the biggest thing, the thing that we were told we were going to get, or work our way up to that?
So we knew one thing, and then everything else was a surprise. So what was the one thing we knew to expect?
The one thing that we knew that we were going to receive from Moose was the Bluey fire truck.
Nice.
And we can just do this right now. I did play with this.
Yep, me too.
Yes. So from the wonderful Bob Bilby episode, and in the episode it's just a photo.
Okay, so that's what my question is. It's like, why are because these are Bluey and Bingo are children.
Correct.
Why are they manning a fire truck? Like, I know it's Australia and the rules are a little different. But so this is like a fantasy thing, like
no, not at all, not at all.
Oh, okay.
So this to me is such a deep cut because you think about it, you're like everything that they've produced so far has been in the show, and it's like if you're a fan of the show, you know at no point was there ever a fire truck. However, there is a fire truck. I'm sure there's several, but for this specific one, all it does is it takes place in a Polaroid photo. That
So it's like they
Bingo
posed
brings
on
in.
it?
Right. So their
Okay.
friend,
Oh,
their
okay.
father's friend, who's a firefighter, came over with the fire truck, and they got to sit in
Gotcha.
it. And that was the adventure. So that's why it comes with Bingo there, and that's a new Bingo. Well, it's not a new Bingo, but like the helmet doesn't come off.
Oh, yes. It's
So-
like- does she have the
Yes.
smiling face like Bluey? Like the
She does
really
have
happy
the smiling
grin?
face.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So that's
a
cool that
newish,
they-
newish Bingo.
That they didn't just like fabricate. They're like, we want to do a vehicle. Let's just make something up. But it technically appears in the Bluey.
Technically
the
appears,
Blueiverse,
but it's just
the Blueiverse.
right, the Blueyverse. And then to
Little-
go with my
the puppet.
pile of Blueys, I'll send you that photo again of all those
Yeah.
Blueys. That yes,
You've got
You
a
get
lot
Bluey,
of Blueys. Yeah.
and you get Bob Bilby, and Bob Bilby was actually Bingo's classroom mascot to
This
go
is
on
the-
adventures with.
The puppet, the rabbit
Yes.
puppet. Yeah.
Yes.
Is Bluey the most popular character in the show?
I feel like there are episodes where they focus on other characters.
But is it like The Simpsons where it started out where Bart was the main character and then it shifted to Homer?
That's a good question. It's
Like the
it's
parents
remained
seem
so
to be beloved.
it's remained so consistent throughout, like even at the beginning, like it hasn't skipped a beat, that I can't say that there was like a dramatic shift. I think just as the show progressed, as other characters were introduced, they felt safe enough to focus like a whole episode on just one character that might be completely unrelated to Bluey.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like they have a whole episode where it's the mother's sister comes to visit, and she's sad because the mother has kids and she doesn't, and then you find out that she can't have kids.
Oh my God, that's right. I've heard of this episode. I think there was a whole TikTok theme of people like watching this and realizing
everyone
how
just like
deep
crying,
the
like,
show-
"Oh."
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's like it works like Pixar. Where it's for adults as much as it is for kids.
Sure. Yeah, it works on many levels. So the
Yes.
fire truck, you have different SKUs on the toy aisle. You have the large, like you think about like, oh, this is birthday present SKU, like $20 or whatever. And then you need like just the smaller items. So you have Bluey does it in 2-packs. So
Yes, they do.
Blue Moose was kind enough to send over a couple of the newer 2-packs.
Right.
We have Baby Bluey, which is fantastic. I love when they
It
make
is.
baby versions, like Muppet Baby is my favorite thing.
Mommy Chili.
And then the
the episode
aliens.
Baby Race.
What is? You gotta explain this one
aliens.
to me.
The aliens, they're just aliens from, oh my goodness, the episodes. It's one of the school episodes, and some of the kids are playing like Spaceman, and then I think it had something to do with like separation from your parents in daycare, like how you react, like the loss of missing them.
Sure.
And then the aliens just show up because they're spacemen. Spacemen go to the moon or they go to the planet, and then Bluey and Chloe are dressed up like aliens. Oh, that's the wrong one. There it is. What do you got there?
Well, we showed these off last week, but I love.
We did.
plush
They're
things, and
tremendous.
there's Baby Bluey and Chef Bingo. These are just.
I can finally stop
I love
withholding
'em.
these from my kids.
I
Like,
love
here,
'em.
children.
They're just the best. They're so fun. I gotta grab these when I see them. They're so fun.
Baby Bluey's hilarious because of the changing feature. Like you could
So you
just
can take a
pretend.
diaper off.
Yeah.
You gotta cut. You gotta snip the front if you really wanna, because it's a separate piece, but it's tied in.
Oh,
so
it's
you can't-
sewed in.
It's
Yeah,
sewed
we don't
in
wanna-
because like you don't really want to take that off. You're gonna keep that on. It's just a fun little squish. They have.
Yes.
I don't know if it's official Squishmallow Bluey now, but they have a.
I did
a
see
squishy-
one, yeah.
They have like a squishy pillow Bluey. Grab him-
Right.
grab her. Excuse me. I kept calling
So,
them.
so
Kept
now that
calling
we're
them
such
him, and I'm like, my
they're
wife's like,
both-
you're
they're all girls.
misgendering them. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's so rare to have a, like the main characters are two female, let alone dogs, but like it's great. It's different.
given our current relationship with Moose, and I need to put something out there, and I know a lot of people will agree, and I'm sure there's forums suggesting figures to come out. But Moose, let us know.
Bluey?
For Bluey, specifically for Bluey. So there's a couple episodes that are just hilarious to me as an adult and resonate. One of them was Pass the Parcel, which was just a great.
You talked about
I
that.
love
yeah.
that episode. Love that episode. And they fortunately they made a 4-pack of that, and my kids actually put it on my cake because I had a Bluey birthday.
Yeah.
This past year, my 40th birthday was my Bluey birthday, which is wild. Kids chosen. I got home from work and the kids were both dressed like Bluey and Bingo and like running in the yard, which was just like the trippiest thing. But Moose, if you could, and I know you probably have one end of this covered, you need to make Muffin as Granny Gladys with the Granny Mobile and the Grumpy Granny Pug. Please.
The pug, yeah.
Please, that episode is just amazing. And that would make an excellent multi-pack.
Well, we have 2 of the grannies. Is there just one more?
Well, I know, God, we're turning into a Bluey podcast. Would really blow up.
Oh my God, is there a Blue? Like, should we start one? Is that already exist?
We should.
All right, this is the first episode.
I can do 2 podcasts a week if one's dedicated solely to Bluey. Sure.
Okay, all right. Can it be Bluey / like anything else we want?
Bluey
like, free stuff, Universal, like what else?
Right. Epic Universe / not Disney.
Can we get Bluey over at the Epic Universe? Like, who do they... There's Bluey... They have a theme park in Australia, right? Like, but is there a U.S. version? Because they have Peppa Pig Park here. I'm surprised they don't have Bluey.
Okay. Not yet, at least. Not yet, at least.
Well, we're going to start
not that old. Sure.
That's true, yeah.
Sure.
Bluey is Disney, right? Like, it's on Disney here.
They're distributed by Disney.
So maybe they could put them like in Hollywood Studios where they do Funhouse Disney or whatever.
That's true. You know, you're right. Definitely, it'd be like how the Power Rangers used to come out and the Turtles would come out at MGM.
All right, so we love Bluey. I'm trying to get the kids to watch it. The littlest one is on a Daniel Tiger kick right now, but I feel like Daniel Tiger's age specific and then or age appropriate, and then Bluey, you know, a little older. So I feel like he will like it. It's a matter of time.
My kids put Daniel Tiger on the other day. One of the Boy Scout yard sale pieces that I got was the trolley, which was great.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Tiger has got some good songs. It's got some terrible songs too, but it's got some good songs. It's got some bangers.
When my kid met Daniel Tiger up in Storyland in New Hampshire.
Oh, that's cool.
When she was 2. It was amazing.
Yeah. Daniel Tiger is very picky about where they put their merchandise.
Yeah.
So you don't see it. Like, I went to Party City and they didn't have it. Like, it's like, it's like, we're PBS. We're a little better. We're a little better than Peppa Pig.
Like birthday type?
I'm just thinking about like stores where you see, because you don't even see that much Daniel Tiger merch anymore.
Target used to carry it. It used to be one of those things where you'd only see it at Target. You wouldn't see it at Walmart. Only Target.
Very particular
odd.
Where they sell.
They still make it all too. That's the weird thing, or else they're sitting on such a supply, because you can go up to this amusement park in New Hampshire and they have a whole display of Daniel Tiger items.
Maybe they shipped it just to the Daniel Tiger theme parks. I don't know.
You know what they don't have a lot of though, and they can bring back is Beetlejuice items.
Hey, we got the name for the sequel. Beetlejuice. Oh,
what is it?
Beetlejuice.
Oh,
Beetlejuice.
that's it.
Which I think that's clever, because then if they do a third
clever
one,
enough, yeah.
I mean, better because they didn't put like a 2 in it like they do sometimes.
When they put a 2 for it, like, I just don't like it.
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
Yes. So I picked this up last week, but I didn't get the opportunity to show it off. So, a lovely Kenner collector's case.
I got those. I didn't like the cartoon, but I had a couple of the toys.
Yeah. It came with some toys.
Oh, it came with them. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I didn't like about the toys, is that there wasn't one like plain Beetlejuice.
You like to have
figure.
one represented figure.
I like the one like generic as all
That's
hell.
enough for you.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Well, that's the thing. Let's see here real quick, because what you could do, I'll take these figures out. You could have grabbed this one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you couldn't. Wait, no, you can. I take it back. The head pops off. And then grabbed this one.
What?
And then just said,
"Look at that!"
Right before your very eyes.
Wow. Honestly, that makes me want to go get those, because that's perfect. That's what I wanted.
That's what you wanted, right?
Did they do any non-Beetlejuice characters? They did the
Just,
tiny head guy.
Just Alec Baldwin's character, Adam.
Oh, they did do. Okay, that really freaks me out. That's probably why I didn't like it. Didn't care for that. But I am looking forward to the new one. Has anyone done, like NECA or them, done a Beetlejuice in the realistic format, like not Toony Terror's Beetlejuice?
I think NECA did it.
Did they?
Yeah.
I can't even picture it. And what color suit?
I'm not too sure.
They did a big one, but I don't. Oh, here it is. This is 2008. This is Real Toys. Have they not done a newer one?
No, they haven't.
That was it.
Yeah.
Damn. And then they have the big one. So it's like maybe they couldn't get the license. I have the Beetlejuice based on the cartoon, that the best action Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But they never released Lydia. They showed her, but they never released
no, they
her.
Didn't. Oh.
I didn't see it if they did.
I've never
I don't know.
seen. Okay.
But that figure was pretty good. I mean, it looked good. Like it looked like
It's
the
fun.
cartoon. But like such a like blink and you miss it, and then it just was gone. Like it seemed like it was going to be like the start of something, but I don't know what that best action line is doing. I think they just made it so that they could make more turtles, and they've definitely done that.
Oh, sure.
They've made plenty of turtles hanging at Walmart. Saurozoic Warriors. I'm a big fan of these. I always forget who makes them. It's either Boss Fight or the other one.
You got that one right the first time. It's Boss Fight.
Yay! Boss Fight. They're making a lot of stuff. They're making a lot of stuff that I like.
They are.
So, okay, the other company is Fresh Monkey Fiction, who does the Santas. And
People are getting those.
People are getting the Series 2, yeah, and then Series 3 got funded. The reindeer got funded, so that's good news.
Oh, wow. There you go.
I'm looking forward to that sleigh. So back to the Saurozoic Warriors. Boss Fight put out pictures for Series 3. Series 2 is not shipped yet, but they're already showing off prototypes for Series 3.
Yeah.
Some really fun, there's like maybe like the best figure of the line is in the set with the Samurai Velociraptor. Just like absolutely crazy. It just looks so fun. Just looks so fun.
We've had a pivot now, so they're less.
Yes.
They're less futuristic warrior, and then these there's some Asian inspired, martial arts inspired.
Martial arts, definitely. And then there's maybe like a Viking inspired. Like the Brontosaurus or Brachiosaurus has a cape and like a shield. And then there's one character that's like an underwater modern futuristic warfare. So I don't know if this is like introducing us to the different like armies that exist in the Saurozoic battlefield. And then there's another Asian inspired character that has like Raiden's hat from Mortal Kombat, and it's a green pterodactyl looking guy. And I said that this reminds me very much of the character from Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse.
Yeah, Terry.
the pterodactyl. Yeah. Just because they chose that color, the green, that's very similar.
I would definitely say that's the truth there.
I don't know if it was intentional. You have to think that crossed somebody's mind where it's like, well, if we're gonna do this, we might as well go all the way.
Well, what color do you commonly think of before Jurassic Park, when you get like those plastic dinosaurs? What color would the pterodactyl always be? Predominantly,
I would say green, like a lime.
I would say green too. I'd say more consistently, and then the other one I was going to say is red.
Right. Well, I'm trying to think of the Dino Ranch. Did they make theirs green? Oh, there's the little one is purple. I feel like the big one that they did.
Did you ever buy any of those toys?
Yes.
I knew you wanted them.
Yeah, I got them on clearance.
Oh, congratulations.
And then they were at Ross during this Christmas rush, but I think I got a better price. Actually, someone must have returned them, or they found them in the stock room, because there were a couple at Target, and I keep meaning to scan it because I know it's going to come up not in the system, and I just wonder what they would do. Not that I need it. I just wonder like how they're going to live here forever. They can't get rid of them because they're not in the system. But so Saurozoic Warriors I think are fun. I like that they're branching out, and it's not just like straight up like different size guns. Like I think it's fun to have ninja characters. It's like G.I. Joe. You had Snake Eyes. Like you need some ninjas in there.
You do. You need a sailor here and there.
You do. You got to mix it up a little bit. So I think that's fun.
Right.
So I sent you this quote from Anthony Daniels, who is appearing at MegaCon this week in Orlando. And his quote was referring to the Star Wars Hotel, the defunct Star Wars Hotel at Hollywood Studios. Yep. And his quote was, "Curiously, I was going to be in that hotel. I had shot a scene using motion capture. It was brilliant. But then, of course, they closed the hotel." So people were speculating that, they were going to retheme it to the original trilogy. But, 3PO was there in the sequels. So I don't immediately jump to the conclusion that they were going to rebrand it. I just think they were going to include more stuff.
They're probably going to include him because, we all know that was the ship that Han and Leia had their honeymoon on and consummated their marriage. So maybe he was just there with them picking up like their underwear as they were moving towards their cabin. I don't know. But
that happened in the past. Like, this ship is old.
Oh,
the timeline was still, we were in the sequels, like Kylo Ren era.
I got you.
So it's the history of the ship is like fun stuff happened in the past, but that's the past. We don't get to live through that. That's like if you look at the history book of the ship you're on.
Is it still glamorous?
That sounded like a great time.
Was it okay? So Anthony Daniels
none of that happened.
Filmed some
none
stuff.
Of that's happening. He filmed some stuff, and like he did. Okay. He said he did motion capture. So I don't know if he was going to be on a screen or they're going to use that to like animate something in real life. Who knows? We'll never know.
Or whatever that screen effect they have is
for the like the ride that still exists.
Yeah,
the original ride where he would pop up.
Right.
Where he replaced Pee Wee Herman. Right? Wasn't that was? Yeah.
Yes.
They should have never changed it. They
change it back.
They could change it back. Wouldn't that, for 1 year, you know how they do like when it's like an anniversary of the Disney parks, they'll like change, like famously they made the castle look like cupcakes or something stupid, like 10 years ago or something. They should re-theme all of the rides back to what they originally were. Like bring back the Snow White ride, just change it all. That is what will be great about when we're all just living in these Apple Vision goggles. Like it'll be so easy to just like go back to a previous file and be like, all right, you get to relive Splash Mountain again.
Oh, wow. Part of me was just thinking about reliving experiences, which was like, I think I miss most the age of like between like 3 and 9.
At Disney?
No, just in general.
Just life.
Just life.
Between 3 and 9.
Yeah.
Because you just come home and like put your toys on the carpet and lay down and play.
It wasn't even so much about the toys. It was about the feeling of it.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know.
Gotta get back there.
I don't remember the feeling. I'm pretty good with my feeling right now.
Okay.
It's nice to be able to have the kids and like live vicariously through them.
Oh, sure. Especially
it's like we were
Bluey and...
Well, sure, yeah. But like, we were at
a bedroom. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that. You get you're, from the ground up, you're building your kids' bedrooms.
Right. So the big second house project of the week, or the biggest one, was to get the kids in their beds, their individual beds, and we didn't know how my son would be. Yeah. So he's got a bunk bed now, but he's got like the little IKEA style, so it's got the station underneath. Mm-hmm. And then I wanted, because he's so into like turtles and heroes and everything like that. Yeah. I wanted to do something that if he decided to change and make it look different, he could utilize the space the same way. Mm-hmm. So we had a nice skyline put in with decals and a nice brick facade, and I took the bed and I put brick around that, and it just looks like he's like on the top of a building.
It's really cool. Yeah.
All from the Dollar Tree too. That was the best part.
That's so funny. You got the little backsplash decals. I was like, how many did you have to buy? Like, I think it's not a lot to come in the dollar pack.
No, they don't. They come individually. They're $1.25 a piece. That's
crazy.
So
that's
it was
like, you can get like real ones at that point.
You could. I think I probably spent like $35-40 on decals.
Yeah, you could have just got like the wallpaper from Target.
I could have just stolen bricks. Probably. I think.
Yeah. You could have just stolen the bricks and like sliced them like butter, because you don't need the whole brick. You just need like about like
pieces,
a quarter inch of like the thickness. Yeah, and just glue them on there with putty. That would have been fine. Make them out of kinetic sands, and then they'll hold up perfect.
So it's nice to have like a room and be like, wow, this looks pretty sweet. This is the room I'd kind of want.
Yeah,
as a kid.
You can have him like with the push pins and hang the figures and the cards on them like we did.
Oh, like
Did
I
you ever
did?
do
I
that?
don't know.
Or did you have like more? You had like more professional display at that when you were a kid?
No. I think you mean we hung out when I was doing all that.
Yeah, because that's all you could do. You didn't know about like hanging pegboards and shit. You just got one of those like if you could get the clear tack. That's the best one. The little push pin, and you just hang it right on there. It was perfect.
Yeah.
You screw up your wall. You got little tiny holes everywhere, but that's okay.
Oh.
Did you see this week that Larry David assaulted Elmo?
I did, and it was something.
I don't know how I feel about it because I like Elmo. I don't think there's anyone that doesn't like Elmo. It's not like he assaulted Barney back when people were mad at Barney. But I also like Larry David, so I'm like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel.
Let's preface. Elmo got on social media last week and asked everybody how they were doing on Twitter.
He was just very like, "Hey guys, how's everybody doing?" And
just checking in.
Everybody unloaded. They're like, "Not great. We're not doing great, Elmo. They just kicked me out of my improv group. I'm not doing great."
So then Elmo had to get on Good Morning America with his dad.
Well, the Today Show invited him over, and they're like, "Elmo."
Was it the Today Show?
Yeah, because Roker was there.
Okay.
And they were like, mental health, a big deal. And Elmo was like, "Yeah, I know." And he was, I didn't see it. All anybody has seen it as like Larry David comes from the background. They cut to weather. Elmo's done. Done. They go to weather. So Larry didn't know that they would cut back to him. So he comes out and he doesn't choke the puppeteer. He chokes fucking Elmo. He gives him the iron claw right over those ping pong ball eyes.
But it's so in line with just. I think what if it was just like a stunt?
You think it was to like promote? I mean, he was there to promote. So what better way? He's good. He's a good marketer because he knew he would get some press.
And it's so similar in vein to just the plot of a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Well, it would.
Where it's just like over the top.
Well, the fact that he didn't think it would be on air, but he still did it. It's not like, usually it's like. He unintentionally does something, but this was very intentional.
Oh, it was.
He wanted to choke out Elmo. He wanted to choke out Elmo.
Throttled him so hard.
Yeah, man. He just was like, ah. So he's not backing down. He was on the late night shows, being like, I do it again. I do it again. I don't know. It's so funny. Like, you would think that. I mean, I don't know what he's like in real life, but the character of Larry David. Seems like he could use some mental health. Like he should be pro mental health. So like the fact that he was like, I can't hear this anymore. It's like you're the one that Elmo's talking to.
Oh, I can't hear this anymore. And then he had to apologize to Elmo, of all people.
Yeah, he did. Did he apologize? Because he definitely didn't seem apologetic when he was talking about it.
No, he seemed as apologetic as Larry David could be.
Yeah,
apologizing to a puppet.
Immediately the internet was amazing and amplified this. People zoomed in on Elmo's dad's face and how he did nothing to help his son. He was just frozen. They zoomed in on Elmo's face, and even though Elmo has no eyebrows or eyelids, you could see the panic. You could just see the panic in Elmo's eyeballs. It was amazing. It was an amazing moment in American television, and it's what we needed. It's what we needed. Because there was another moment in television history that happened on Friday night. And I'm talking, of course, about WWE SmackDown. Bill, feel free to tune out. I know you don't care. So let's do a little history lesson. Last year, Royal Rumble, Cody Rhodes. You remember him, right? He was in AEW. He came over to WWE. People love him. He won the Rumble. He's going to finish the story. He's going to win the championship, something his dad, the American Dream, never did. Goes to WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. Loses. Everyone dejected. They fully expected Cody Rhodes to win the championship at WrestleMania last year. This year's Royal Rumble, Cody Rhodes, back-to-back years winning the Rumble on the road to WrestleMania, finally going to finish the story this year. He gets to choose the champion he wants to face. he had not officially chosen Roman Reigns, but like everyone was like, finish the story. It's going to happen. The video game that's coming out has a finish the story mode. Everything is set up for Cody Rhodes to defeat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania to finish the story. But hold on. Who comes out on SmackDown but The Rock? You remember The Rock. He's the guy that couldn't make it in Hollywood as Black Adam. He's the guy whose football league lost millions of dollars. He's the guy that James Gunn told to go take a hike. We don't want your Black Adam in this new DC universe. So what does The Rock do? He comes back to his safe space, professional wrestling. Because during the actor strike, couldn't act. Might as well come home, make some money, get a cheap pop, pump up the old self-confidence a little bit. Maybe it's a little shaky. So everybody loved to see The Rock back, a couple months ago during the actor strike. But now Cody Rhodes, he says to Roman Reigns, I don't have to beat you at WrestleMania. Rock's music comes out. Everyone's excited. The Rock is going to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania instead of Cody. Cody gave away his shot. He gave away the one thing that you want to have as a professional wrestler. Nobody's buying this. Everybody is so mad at WWE. If you look at the video of this clip on YouTube, it has the most dislikes of any video in the history of videos posted by WWE. Nobody is happy. It makes no sense, and it stinks. Because everyone can relate to somebody coming in and taking what should be yours. You put in all the hard work, the boss's son comes and takes the promotion. You should have had the award. Someone else wins because they're buddies with the people who put on the show. We can all relate to how Cody Rhodes feels. And you know what? We watch wrestling for an escape from reality. We don't need this kind of shit in our escapism. I don't want The Rock coming to my house and knocking my shit out of my hand. I want him out of my point of view. I want him out of my purview. Get out of here. I want to see Cody Rhodes finish the story. I don't want to see The Rock. I'm sick of The Rock. Get out of here. Nobody likes you, Rock. So there it is. What do you think about that?
Bravo.
Bill?
Bravo.
What do you think about that?
I'm confused. Cody Rhodes. This is my rebuttal. Cody Rhodes gave up his spot in WrestleMania to The Rock. He
comes out. Is that
what happened?
As the winner of the Royal Rumble, you get to choose which champion you want to face. So he comes out on SmackDown, and it is confusing because it makes no sense from a story point of view or from any point of view.
Yeah.
So people are still trying to what happened here? But essentially, he comes out and he says to Roman Reigns, I'm going to beat you, but it's not going to be at WrestleMania. But what you won is the opportunity to face the champion at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's what you can do. Saying, I'm going to face you some other time. Well, you didn't win the right to say you're going to face him whenever. You didn't win Money in the Bank. So then The Rock's music comes. If you look at Cody Rhodes' face, he has the worst poker face in all of wrestling. You could see the life drain out of his face, and it wasn't an act. It wasn't his character. It was man's real life. His dreams. They were almost there. He could touch them, and they were just gone because The Rock was like, I can make more money. I'm a bigger guy. And this is the same exact thing that happened to CM Punk when Punk was supposed to main event WrestleMania. The Rock came back and he's like, no, I'm going to fight John Cena in the main event. And then they bumped Punk down. And Punk told Cody that this is what was going to happen. They're like, they'll give you the cover of the video game, but you're never going to be the guy. And now I think it's sinking in. Cody Rhodes, he's never going to be the guy. You can give away all the tickets you want to fans. You can make all the tweets. You can appear on all the daytime TV shows. But at the end of the day, now you got The Rock as part of the board. The Rock's never going to let you eclipse him. He's The Rock. And if we know one thing about The Rock, it's that nobody beats The Rock. It's in his contract. Nobody beats The Rock. Look it up. Okay. So there it is. Wow. All right, Bill. Anything else for this big week?
No, did we cover everything?
I feel like we got through a lot. Oh, we didn't do our Reluctant Adult pod sale. You want to do that?
I don't even know what we're selling.
That's fine. we'll work that. Oh, we got to mention the unfortunate passing of Carl Weathers. It's too much. It's too much. I know.
We're not a memoriam show.
He does have. There is a Apollo Creed cosplaying duck. If you want.
Oh.
If you want to commemorate his career as a duck, but it's yellow. I feel like they should have made it a different color.
Right. Even the Simpsons didn't make their characters yellow. Yeah.
And I think it was like the older ducks were all yellow. Since then, they've incorporated
like
different colors, like Lego, right? Yeah. So, unfortunately, maybe they'll publish an updated with updated skin tone. I don't know.
Very, very sad with Carl Weathers' passing. I remember. Do you remember we saw Happy Gilmore together?
Yes, that's right.
It was one of our summer movies.
He died in that too, right?
He was Tubbz, yeah. Fell out the window.
Stubbs. Damn. He was up in the clouds with the alligator.
Right, and Abe Lincoln. Was it Abe Lincoln?
That sounds right. Yeah. Somebody was talking about seeing him at a convention, and he was charging $350 for an autograph.
I believe it.
Now it seems like a steal.
Sure.
I wonder if he knew.
No.
He's like, I gotta get it while I can get it. Do
That's
we know how
true.
he died? Have they released that?
He died, it said, peacefully in his sleep, from what I heard.
Well, that's not enough information. He was not.
I know.
He was not like a very old man.
He was not. He's younger than my father-in-law.
He was active. He was in The Mandalorian.
Yes. He was, as far as I know, probably very athletic still. He's a very athletic man in all of his movies.
He's still boxing.
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, we can't end on a sad note. I hate when we do that.
No. I'm sorry.
No, it's
what
my
do we
fault.
got?
I brought it up. Hey, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. We got a new trailer. We got a couple new trailers.
We did.
Yeah, those international trailers, they just like to give away the whole movie. They don't even care.
Right.
Here's
I don't even
20
know.
minutes.
Maybe they don't even know what movie
footage.
they're seeing by the end of it. But yes.
Yeah.
Completely different trailers, in my opinion.
I mean, 100%. It was
Yeah.
like, it was just like, it was the whole movie. I mean, we saw the
was.
villain. I imagine that they defeat the villain.
Oh.
They didn't show, like, if any characters die. Like, I think that is definitely a possibility, but we don't know.
Oh, sure.
Maybe not. Maybe they keep them around. Maybe they had so much fun making the movie. They're like, let's do another one. Why not?
Let's keep going. But it looks fun. It looks
so much fun. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
excited. I hope it's good because it looks fun.
My kids are looking forward to seeing it. My wife's already asked what's it rated, and I said it could be rated R, and I'd still take them. But
that's great. My wife had never seen Afterlife, and finally last night we put it on, and like the older kid came out because he couldn't sleep, and we're like, you can stay out here, bro. We're watching Ghostbusters. Hide your face. And the very first time that Paul Rudd gets the trap open and the terror dog comes out, like the spirit of terror dog, he looks at that. He was freaked out.
Oh no!
I mean, that's probably the scariest thing that happens in the movie. There's not like a ton of jump scares.
No, there's not.
My wife was cracking up at the Walmart scene with the mini puffs. She was cracking up. She loved it so much. I was like, "This is great." I enjoyed it. I didn't like laugh out loud, but I enjoy them. So it's great that this is hitting a home run with you.
That's fine. That's perfect. It's like with Harry Potter. We expected my daughter to like it, and my son's breezing through these movies.
Oh, we had to stop because they got too scary. Have you?
Oh, for who?
How many? For the older one.
Oh, really?
Because it's like, I think they're like, you're supposed to be like 8 or 10 or something.
What movie did you stop on?
I don't remember now. We watched like 2.5 of them, maybe.
Oh, okay. So you got into.
We stopped at the one where they're doing the Grand Wizard tournament.
Tri-Wizard tournament?
Because like the mermaids were too scary. Like we didn't.
Oh, really?
We didn't want him to see those. We showed him a picture.
He watched the whole thing. He watched the whole thing.
Oh yeah. So your kids were watching Gremlins when they were like 1.
Gremlins. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, my kid is not a good scary movie co-pilot. But that's okay.
Yeah. No.
You always get one sensitive one.
I had one other thing. People are getting that Dune popcorn bucket, And
big.
I must just be, it's big. I'm blanking on like why the Dune popcorn bucket is so big, but then I'm like, oh, it's a popcorn bucket. So the first image we saw of it, it looked like it was almost just like the cap of like a soda.
That's 100% what I was thinking in my head.
And I was like, it's very
eye.
slim. And then people
Yeah.
are unboxing it. It's a legit like tin of wide pie. It's big.
Yeah. Now
Well,
I
who's
kind of
that
want
big
it.
is going to be fitting in there, right?
Nobody.
It's-
It's too generous. I mean, what are we doing here? Nobody. They probably had to make it that big. They're like,
right.
they like check
And
Guinness
big in it,
World. They check in the
please.
Guinness Book of World Records, and they're like, is anybody going to be able to misuse this? No, we're good. Okay, thank you. Just popcorn. Okay, fine. Yeah, it was on Jimmy Kimmel, and I was like, what is going on?
Was it on Kimmel?
Crazy.
I think someone else got one sent to
having
them.
everybody share it.
Really?
Who is that? Regal or AMC?
AMC.
Yeah, AMC does. They know what they're doing. That's where we got the Ecto one last year.
Right.
Have they confirmed the trap as this year's?
I don't know if they've confirmed
popcorn.
it. I don't know. I haven't gotten a popcorn bucket in a number of months.
You got the
last
Barbie
one I got
one.
was the
Was
Barbie
last
one.
one.
Yeah,
that was a good one. Yeah, there have. Well, I mean, it's we're not in that like popcorn
right.
movie
We're in
phase.
we're like
the
in
end
Oscar
of the year is like
territory
awards
right now.
Yeah, there's not like a wrestling ring for the Iron Claw or anything. That'd be funny if it was like a hand, like the Iron Claw hand, or the casket that they all died in. That'd be fun.
Oh no!
Very quickly, I gotta mention this because I thought this was just a fake picture that I keep seeing popping up on the McFarlane toy Facebook pages. Have you seen this picture that Chevy Chase dressed up as the Joker?
No.
And he was holding a McFarlane Joker action figure. And I thought this was just Photoshop, but no. There's a series of photos that show him like buying the makeup at Walmart because he found the toy and then painting his face to look like the Joker.
Oh, wild.
And I'm like, is this dementia? Or is this like a funny thing? Because that doesn't seem like Chevy Chase brand humor.
No.
Like ever. Like, I don't know, he's old now. His mind is not what it once was, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't know if someone made him do this. Is it elder abuse? I'm just concerned because I know he's not well liked amongst the comedy community because he was not like a good guy, to people, a lot of people, but still a funny guy, I accused you of not being a Bill Murray fan once, and I have to apologize because it was actually my wife who said she didn't like Bill Murray.
Oh, okay. It's like how my wife doesn't like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, I don't get Groundhog Day is one of the best films ever. It's just amazing. It was Groundhog Day this week.
It was.
Yes. I need to watch that in celebration of. Do you feel like Groundhog Day was a bigger deal when we were kids, or is it just one of those things where, as an adult, there's too much shit to keep track of?
I feel like it was one of those holidays that was really played up in the elementaries.
Yeah.
Like
your
teacher hyped it up more than anything else.
Okay. That's probably what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually you're like, oh wait, he has no magical powers? What? And then wait, there's 6 more weeks no matter what, technically?
Wait. It was all a sham?
Yes.
Travis sham mockery? It was just marketing for that town? Damn it. What else is a lie? What else will we find out as we grow was not true?
Probably
surely
plenty
that's
of
all.
Things.
Why do adults lie to children so much? Why do we do it? Why do we do it? Maybe that's why they have trust issues when they grow up.
Probably.
All right, Bill. Anything else for this big week?
I can't think of anything.
All right, very good. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say? We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I still